Now, as you saw, the second segment went down to the core of the meaning of the boxes. Now, I mentioned that expectations on taking drugs. He happened to be taking salvia, which is a legal hallucinogen. What's interesting is that in the holographic universe, Michael mentions this quantum physicist named David Bohm. And one of his analogies is that everything is like a carpet. And the illusion that things are separated is because of the different weavings in the pattern of the carpet. So to say that one box is different from another box is an abstraction of reality. We are abstracting the concept that this white box is different from this red box, and saying that this camera is separate from me is an abstraction. It's just a different weaving of particles in the carpet of reality. It took me a while to figure this out, but after I was watching this footage over and over again for about a year, and there was a detail that I left out because it just didn't really make sense to somebody who was watching this for the first time. And he said that he thought that somebody was peeking into his box. Somebody lifted up the top of the box and peeked in at him. Alright? He didn't see who it was, or he didn't know that it was human. He just saw somebody peeking in. And it was right after that that his box was altered. And then all of the boxes inside his carpet became different. I didn't know what this meant for the longest time. And then it dawned on me. There was this one time I was with my girlfriend Kayla, and we were in our physics lab, and I was talking to one of her lab mates about something. And then all of a sudden Kayla started pounding on the table like she needed to say something really important. And I go, what's wrong? And she told me that she knew that what I was going to say at that moment in time. She knew exactly what I was going to say. And it was just so alarming to her that she couldn't say it at that exact moment because she just didn't know how to react. The point is that if she had started saying exactly what I was saying at the moment that I had said it, everything from that point on would have changed. If nothing had happened, we would have just, left the classroom, went about our daily lives, and everything would have been hunky-dory. But if she intervened, if she looked into my box and saw what was going to happen, and if she said what I was saying at that exact moment, she would have altered that moment. She would have kicked my box. And all of my probable outcomes of that moment would have shifted. So what was happening to Gus is that in his hallucination, he was becoming aware that he was in this box. This is what was happening to Kayla. She was becoming aware of this moment in time. But she didn't take the opportunity like Gus did to alter the moment and alter the carpet. So what happened to Gus is that he became aware literally that he was in his box, and somebody came in and altered his universe. I think that it was himself, a future self, peering into the box and altering his world so that he would become the person that he was in the future. He was helping himself along, and this next segment explores that.
I was cooking myself breakfast. It was, fairly typical, average breakfast for me when I'm home. But this is the first time I've been here in 5 months. It was kind of special to me. As I prepared it, I knew that it wasn't just, something regular, because it's been a while. And I thought, I need to tell my best friend about it. My exact thought was, he needs to know what I am doing. As soon as that thought went through my head, my friend sent me a text message. The message read, "What are you doing?" How? How did he know? How did he know to send that text at the very moment that it would arrive at exactly the time that my thought process finished, that was telling me I needed to answer the question he had for me? It's not even a vicinity thing. I was miles away from the person whose exact thoughts were being replicated in my own head. How can they be so connected to each other as to share thought patterns and thought processes in a way like that? It's not just seeing further into the box, but this raises the question of, all right, I'm in this box, I see it, I see what happens, I can see what's going to happen in it. But now I'm looking into somebody else's box. Or maybe a little more unsettling, maybe someone is watching my box. It seems every time I find myself discovering more and more about the nature of these boxes and how they work, that it's more and more just like looking at them. Every time you get a layer deeper, you just see another layer of even more infinite possibilities. It's starting to make sense. As I delve deeper and deeper into my boxes, infinity doesn't seem so far away anymore. The actions that are beginning to take place more and more frequently in my life and becoming more and more profound are saying not only is there truly an infinity, but that within this infinity there truly are ways of going back and forth between this infinitum of options. It doesn't matter what I think that I think about it, because if that's how reality truly is, my way of thinking will either be changed by myself, or maybe somebody else looking into my box will see my struggle and will point me in the direction and say, go this direction, follow this path, and it will make sense. And maybe that is why. Maybe the entire point of this is not too different from the theories posed by Charles Darwin, that every creature, every consciousness is just out for survival. And maybe this is the way of the strong causing the changes that need to be made to strengthen our type of being, our type of consciousness. Maybe this is evolution at its finest, where instead of changing physical traits, now you're changing mind and reality. Maybe these boxes are how we make it evolve.